now we are discussing tips and tricks of motion in one dimension chapter. Okay. So first one, if a bullet loses 1 by nth of its velocity while passing through a plank, then minimum number of planks required to stop the bullet equals to n square by 2n minus 1. Okay, this is the trick. So take an example. A bullet loses 1 by 20 of its velocity after penetrating a plank. How many planks are required to stop the bullet? The question is of AFMC. Okay. So what will be solution now? From this we know n equals to 20. Okay. Now putting this formula we get 10.25, that nearly 10. Okay. This is the answer. Within a very short time we can calculate the answer if we know these tricks. But if we don't know this trick, then we will have to apply various formulas and calculate various values. Okay. The formula v square equals to a square minus twice as will be applied. Okay. First, we have to calculate the velocity after passing through a plank. Okay. That is u minus u by 20. Okay. That will be time taken. So, please remember this trick. Okay. Now, number 2. A particle is dropped vertically from rest from a height. Okay, suppose height is h. The time taken by it to fall through successive distance of 1 meter each will be in the ratio of root 1 minus root 0 is to root 2 minus root 1 is to root 3 minus root 2. Okay, now explanation. We know this formula S equals to ut plus half at square. So for a freely falling body, the formula is h equals to ut plus half gt square. G equals to gravitational acceleration. Okay, acceleration due to gravity. Now from this formula we can calculate t. Okay. Now t1. T1 means time taken to fall through 1 meter distance. Okay, that is 2 into 1 by g root. Okay, now t2, that is time taken to fall through total 2 meter distance. Okay, that is not the second meter. From this formula we get the total distance. Okay, and t3, this is time taken to fall through total 3 meter distance. Okay, now time taken to fall first meter or 1 meter. Here this is the same, first meter and 1 meter here same. Okay, so that will be t1 minus 0. So t1 equals to, from this we can write it. Okay, root 2 by g into root 1. So from this root 2 by g into root 1 minus 0. This is time taken to fall first meter distance. Okay, now time taken to fall second meter, that is t2 minus t1. That is not total 2 meter, that is the second meter. So that is t2 minus t1, time taken to fall through total 2 meter distance minus time taken to fall through 1 meter distance. Okay, now time taken to fall through third meter distance, that is time taken to fall through total 3 meter distance. This is minus time taken to fall through total 2 meter distance. So this is the time taken to fall through third meter distance. Okay, this is the time taken. Okay, t3, that is the third meter distance. Okay, so this is the ratio. Okay, so now number 3. If a body is dropped from a certain height, suppose height is h, okay, reaches the ground after time t, okay, it would cover exactly half of this distance after time t by root 2. So now explanation. So this is the height h. Okay, so total time taken to fall through this height is t, but to cover the half of the distance, that is time taken t by root 2, that is greater than t by 2. Okay, so now from this formula we can calculate t equals to this, and t half, that is time taken to fall through half of the distance. Okay, that is 2 into h by 2 by g, that is this, and that is t by root 2. Okay, because t equals to this. So generally we can understand it from our concept. So here the body is falling. Okay, falling, so gravitational acceleration is acting and the velocity of the body will be increasing. So first half will take more time and second half will take less time, because due to gravitational acceleration velocity is increasing. Okay, so here t by root 2, that is more than t by 2. Okay, thank you.